There was a time I was trusting God for accommodation. So I've confessed the word. Oh, I have an accommodation in Jesus. The money comes, money comes, money comes, money comes, money comes. I have the accommodation. So after a long time, the accommodation was not coming forth. So I was tired. So I gave up. Now, but at the time I understand. So I was in my dad's house. What I had done is this, because I said, okay, it's time to get out of this house. So, and I know that once you are comfortable, you will not want to leave. So what did I do? Everything that was comfortable in that room, I removed them. So my bed, I turned it upward in the room. So meaning that I'm no more going to be jumping upon the bed. I just jumped upon it. So I turned the bed. So everything, I removed the chairs. I just put, it's just only chair that is inside that room. So the room is no more comfortable for me. I'm telling myself, so I packed my bags, zipped, clothes packed, everything already packed. So it is when I want to go out, I just take the one I want to wear. And maybe I just put some few clothes there. But I was like set to get out. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. I mean, when my siblings enter my room, they'll be like, are you crazy? You packed, you're not even. I said, don't worry, I'm out of this house already. So I did that for months. So then one day, I went out. I went somewhere, I just sat. I said, why is it taking me too long to get an accommodation? Why? Didn't the Bible say the heart is the Lord, the heart is the Lord, the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell in it? Then the Bible says that you have prepared a place for me. So I began to quote scriptures and scriptures and scriptures and scriptures. And I said, Father, you just have to move on this. I need to get an accommodation. Of course, agents have been taking me to places. But the places they've been taking me to, they were not just lovely. You know how agents can be very funny. So if you get to that apartment, you will love it. You will love it. You will love it. It is only him that will love that kind of place. So when you enter, I say, this is the place I will love. You are wicked. I passed in front of one of the places he took me to one time. The erosion had taken away the entrance to the house. In fact, now if you have a car, you can't drive inside. You have to, if you are not athletic, you probably may not even be able to cross. So I said, this guy is wicked. How can you bring me to this kind of a house? And so I'm talking about when I was in Ibadan. So, and of course, so they've taken me to visit different places for accommodation. So I was kind of tired. Now, then they took me to one another apartment. Of course. So when we got there, I loved the place. Lovely. Now, so when I got there, the agent said some guys are also on it. Lovely apartment. And the agent said that the guy is expected to pay, but if you have your money to pay now, I don't know, maybe the guy has not even paid that. Forced to pay. So forced to pay. So I was trying to raise the money, and before I could raise my money, they just told me that the guy has paid. I said, oh. So I went back home. I was discouraged again. So I was said, Father, this house has to be settled. So I slept that night, and I think I mentioned it in January briefly. So when I slept, I had a revelation. It was like a divine visitation anyway. So like an angel came from heaven. An angel came from heaven, and the angel was maybe one of the times, maybe one of the Sundays we want to teach about angels, probably we'll teach you more about angelic interactions. So this angel came in particular to talk to my angel. So they were having conversations, and they've conversed, and they were even done in the conversation. They were done having that conversation. So this angel that had come was ascending to heaven. So as the angel was ascending to heaven, something, that's why I said continued heartfelt, something knocked my spirit, man, like, hey, you've not got to the house yet. So I spoke, like in that vision, I said, hey, what about my house? So guess what happened? So the angel, as he was ascending, stopped. They looked down and asked the other angels. I said, you've not gotten him the house yet? And they said, oh, well, We are trying to get him the house. The angel said, okay, if that be the case, I will not return until I have gotten him a house. So, like, he mobilized all the angels and said, hey, we must get this guy a house. So when I woke up in the morning, I knew I was going to get a house not far from that day anymore. So guess what? I just received a call from one of my friends. He said, you said you are looking for a house. I said, yes. He said, okay, come. So the agent took me to one place that morning. Of course, when I got there, nice house, we were just building it. So the guy said, if you bring money, we're going to complete it. I said, what? Maybe because the house had some Arabic need. The person is a Muslim and all that. I'm not. I don't know. I was just not quite comfortable. No. I said no. That's all way. So the agent said, but there is a place. He said the man has been rejecting everyone he's been taking there. He said, but let's go. He said, let's go. So I said, how much is the house? He said, don't worry about the amount. I said, how much is it? He said, don't worry. He said, let the man first accept you. Then we will talk. So when we got there, we entered the house, nice compound. It's a new building there. There was a bungalow. The man used to live there before. This new one, seated there. So the man built the house like 1 year plus, a story building, just self flat, like 4-bedroom flat up, 4-bedroom flat down. Big sitting room, everything was nice. So apparently they said, so this is the man built the house, he never rented it out because he said, does not like tenant problem, just no, So when I got to the house and I saw the place, I felt the angel said, this is the house. So when the man came downstairs, he's a custom officer, came down, said yes, all those intimidating appearance. The man began to say, this guy that wants to rest, I said yes. He said, have you opened it for him? I said yes, he has seen it. He said, does he like it? Yes. So ask me, what do you do? I said, I'm a pastor. So you're a pastor? Yeah, I hope I know all this. I hope pastor that will be turned my house to revival. They just began to say many things. I said, no, I'm not kind of person like that. So the agent said, should I collect money from his hand? He said, yes, give it to him. The man said, okay. So he said, just collect everything from his hand and let him come back on Sunday and then come and meet my wife and then because he will not always be around. So that's how the agent. So the agent could not charge on agency anymore. Could not charge because he was not expecting any deal. So I said, okay, I don't have the agency account. I just gave him what I had. I think the rent was about 200 at the time. So I gave him 200. So I just give him 70,000 on top. And then we moved in, and it was a house that no one had ever lived. It's a new place. Built there 1.5 years, waiting for me to occupy. And I was taken there by God. But don't forget my struggle to get one. But that's why I said, sometimes when some things become so difficult and you're not getting an headway, you change the pattern of how you pray to a conversationary, like a petitioner, like as you go to God with your reasons, with your strong case, and before you go to God, you've always been you have been saying that in your spirit, like, why is it difficult for me to get a house? Even that guy is getting a house. Why is it difficult for me? Why? You just have that, you just continue to have that conversation until one day you now sit down to present your case. If you go to Isaiah 62 verse 6, there is a statement he made in Isaiah 62 verse 6. Now, I also talked to you, I mentioned about how, look, it says, I have set watchmen on your walls, O Jerusalem. They shall never hold their peace day or night. You who make mention of the Lord, do not keep silent. So, you are not going to keep silent.